let's see if we can discover your top values, shall we? Let's discover what you value most in life right now. So, have you got a pad and pen ready? If you have, that's great. There's also an added resource document, a values worksheet document you can print off and use that if you choose to. If not, a pad and pen works just fine. The added resource is there if you want to use that with your clients. If you want to take it in, so you've got the question there, you've got some space to fill out stuff, you can do that as well. For now though, if you've got a pad and pen, let's go with that. Now I want you to consider the question, over the last 3 to 4 months, what has been most important to you? I want you to think in emotional terms. The first thing some people come up with, not all, but the first thing some people come up with is money. Now, money isn't emotional terms. So I'd like you, if you come up with something like that, then I'd like you to ask, okay, what does money give me? Does it give me security? Does it give me freedom? Does it give me a sense of power? Does it give me a sense of importance? Same with, now this is a controversial one, I'll warn you straight away. Some people come up with family. Now, some people think family is a value, or we call them family values, don't we? But the truth is that to me, family isn't a value. If somebody says to me that the most important thing to me is family, I'll ask, okay, what does family give to you as an emotion? Usually something on love, connection, a sense of security, a sense of being, a sense of belonging, something along those lines. So for me, family is step over that. So let's do that now, shall we? And I'm going to write some down and go through them with you. So, over the last 3 to 4 months, what has been most important to you? So if I was to write some down, the first one I would write down would be love. Without a doubt, I know that that is my top value. Now I actually go through and do the values elicitation once every 3 to 4 months because I know that life changes. I know that as I grow, as I mature as a human being, as I grow in intellect, my values might change. As I get older, my values might change. Certainly my values, now that I'm in my 40s, are very different to the ones when I was 18 to 20. I value a lot of different things. Values change as you get married, as you have major life events. When my friend passed away last year, believe me, a couple of my values changed. They shifted where they sit in my value system. So, once we've got one down, I want you to ask what else, over the last 3 to 4 months, what else has been most important to you? So I may say growth is one. Giving or contribution, I'll write it down as giving. But that could be contribution, and that could be not just giving of money and contributing money, but contributing to the world. So doing these courses is a way I contribute to the world. Coaching people is a way I contribute to the world. So we just carry on and we get a list. Over the last 3 to 4 months, what else has been most important to you? It's time for you to start writing as well, by the way. And if you want to pause the video and write down a list and just keep going through them, write down a list of what's been most important to you over the last 3 to 4 months. If you want to carry on, we're going to do that, and I'm just going to shift the question about a bit, and I'm going to ask you, over your entire life, what has been most important to you? So looking at your life as a whole, what has been most important to you? Now again, I'm going to write a couple of things down. What's most important to me? Honesty. From the moment when I was a kid, I valued honesty. I always wanted to tell the truth. I always wanted people to tell me the truth. In fact, when I was a kid, I would get very upset if I found that people weren't telling me the truth for whatever reason. So I value honesty highly. To go with honesty is integrity. Now, some people have different versions of integrity. The integrity to me is living my life according to my rules, how I want to, living my life on my terms. Knowing my values, knowing my beliefs and living to those. Some people think integrity is living to somebody else's set of rules and values. That doesn't work for me personally, but it's about who I am inside. That's my integrity. So, I want you to go through and write a nice long list. We're looking for anywhere between 8 and 12 values here. Could be a few more if you chose to. Now, if you are struggling, I've also attached a massive list of possible values that you could have. There's I don't know how many on there, probably over 100. I've given you some ideas. Now there may be some on there you disagree with. There's some on there I disagree with. I pulled it from a generated list, if I'm honest, and there may be someone there that I disagree with, and you might disagree with. You might disagree with my idea of family and think that that's a value to you. If you do, that's great. Put it down. Just consider, what does that give me? If there's anything that comes up that isn't an emotion, consider the question, okay, what does that really give me? So I want you to work through that now. Pause the video if you like, or do it at the end of the video before we move on to the next one, and get yourself a list, 8, 10, 12 different values, things that are really, really important to you in life. So you really start to understand what is important, what you do value in life. Now this may be a bit shocking to you. Some people sit there and go, wow, I didn't see that coming. Some people are okay with their list and go, yeah, that works for me. Some people are completely surprised. Whichever you are, that's absolutely okay. What we're trying to do here is find your values out from a conscious point of view. Because up until this point, they've been unconscious. So there's a good chance, if you haven't done a values elicitation before, then there's a good chance that these have been completely unconscious and you didn't know. And you may just be working against them in some areas. Not completely, but in some way moving away from what you actually value. And that will cause turmoil inside. It will cause upset inside. And you won't know why. So we need to know these consciously so that you can move towards them consciously, so that you can live to them consciously. Okay, I'm going to ask you to do that list. Take some time after this video is closed to look at the last 3 to 4 months and what's been most important to you, but also to look at your life as a whole and what's been most important to you, and come up with that list of values. And I will see you in the next clip when we're going to go through and rank those values and see which ones really are most important and see which ones are still important, just not as important as the top ones. So we'll do that in the next clip after you've got your list. I'll see you there. Bye for now.